Slow down when that yellow flag is called for, so
I think your lineup is good, but let me double check real quick, Wayne.
we are under the yellow flag.
That should be a 95. And it should be 07.
Connor Leffler still leads the way in the 22. In second spot, there's Leffler, followed by Paige Moss, Zach Gorski,
14-30.
Robbie Smith.
And then it's going to be
There's your top 5 as it stands. Caution was coming out on the number 14 entry.
23. And then what's the next one? I can't see. Got my number.
23 behind the 8. 23 behind the 8.
Working on getting the lineup here corrected. We'll get ready to go back for the restart here. There are at least one lap complete before we have the incident.
I'm sorry, that's a 9. That's not an 8. That's a 9.
The 9 is Brad Sutton.
9, 23. That 9 looks like an 8 to me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a 9 though.
Okay, 9, 23.
Every scorer's worst nightmare is scoring these small cars. You got to be talented to do it. That's for sure.
Number. For some reason, it looks
These
like an 8.
officials and the Tower Race fans are actually hand scoring the midgets. They are not, or the sprint cars. They're not on transponders. They're actually on hand scores. We actually had a timing system here to keep up with timing for qualifying, like old school. But the hand scoring the races.
I'm double checking right now. Yeah, the
Shades before the days of computers and race monitor and timing and scoring.
right? 3 weeks. 16.
It kind of reminds me back of the day of my old announcing days. Now we have computers and laptops and paperwork given to us. And, of course, yes, I do my own paperwork to prepare. But back in the day, we had notebooks and scrapbooks. And, you know, we didn't have computers and timing and scoring. They had hand scores like they're doing here at this racetrack. So they're doing a great job. Awesome performance by the midget cars as they're doing a phenomenal job hand scoring them as well. Connor Leffler signing front in the 22. In that number 2 spot is going to be Paige Moss. Third is Zach Gorski, followed by the 4th position of Rocket Man Robbie Smith. He won last night. Your quick qualifier that set fast time in the number 14 of Jack Ralston is on the racetrack in 5th. There's your top 5 as it stands. We're working on trying to get that car back going again that brought out the caution in turn 4. And once we get the thumbs up and get that car back rolling again, we will go back for the restart. So we should be ready to go back to green here in a moment. But it looks like that midget will go on the hook, and his night will be done. And a tough break for car number 78.
The 40 goes behind the 26.
78 is going to be Joe Askew. He started this race in 5th. Joe Askew at a Cape Coral, Florida, in the Askew Motorsports Yamaha ERTR6 Hyper Chassis. And his night is done early here in the final night of the inaugural Everglades-Swamp Cabbage Nationals. The 78 car. The 78 of Joe Askew was involved in that incident. He's on the hook. He'll go behind the wall. The lineup is reset. We'll re-rack them and restack them for the Everglades double file restart, which is actually the leader out in front, 2 by 2 by 2 behind him. They'll get ready to come to that firing line out of turn number 4, back to the cone. Leader fires first. Green flag back in the air. Oh, trouble, look out! Almost had big problems, and they throw the caution too early. My goodness, why did he throw the caution flag? I think he was looking out for the interest of safety. But good piece of driving by these guys to get back going again.
That is correct. That is correct. I'm going to see how they pan out here.
We'll see if they go back to their original spot again. We'll see what they do here because this should be a quick yellow. They got bunched up on the restart. Back in turn number 2. They got sideways. And the race director, Wayne Davis, is telling the flagman, please do not throw that yellow there so quickly. That could have been a serious situation over there. Kind of threw that caution a little too fast, but these drivers are the best in the business. In midgets and sprint cars, they got themselves back realigned, got back rolling again, and we're back going. Now we got 2 cars tangling together. Now they got to throw the caution. Problems in turn number 2. Two cars have become intertwined with one another at the hip. And the caution is out. So the caution yellow flag waves again. Our safety units will go out there and assess the situation, get them back dissected from one another because that's what happened. We'll let you know the two cars here in just a moment. Car 33 of Ty Nevins is the black car that got caught up in it. And I believe the other car is the number 29, I think it is, of Michael Magic, I believe, is the two cars. I think it's 29 and 33, ladies. 29 and 33. Car number 29 out of Jacksonville, Florida, Connor Bora. His second start in midget competition. Or my apologies, it's actually Michael Magic. Michael Magic in car number 29. The young man out of Winterboro, Georgia. He got caught up in the accident, only his second start in the midget car. And the number 33, they call him Kid Money, of course, out of Titusville, Florida, of Ty Nevins. So Ty Nevins and the young man of Michael Magic, there they go. Keep rolling again, bringing out the caution flag. So we will re-rack them and restack them, going back for the restart, and we'll go back to green here in a moment. So there goes Nevins as well. He got caught up in the incident. Nevins in 33 and Michael Magic in 29. We'll get ready to go back for the restart here in just a moment. Gladiators, your feature is next, followed by the sprint cars, and we'll close out the night. Remember, as Jason Beckner was saying, there will be racing here in the Everglades next Saturday night. At Hendry County Motorsports Park. There will be racing next Saturday here at the Speedway. My friend has had to step away for a few moments, and he'll be back to join me hopefully by the end of this race and for the Gladiators and Sprint Cars. So we'll be ready to go back for the restart. Here we go in the firing box off of turn 4. Connor Leffler worked on that car all week as a sprint car as well. Bringing it back for the restart. 3 wide! Slider up on the inside. Goes Robbie Smith. Paige Moss will shut the door on her boyfriend as they hit the back straightaway. They go into turn number 2. Into 3. Paige Moss falls back to 3rd. Zach Gorski moving to the number 2 spot. Robbie Smith got the door shut, and they go into turn number 2 now. Up the racetrack, they dive into turn number 3. Out in front is still going to be Connor Leffler. Problems, couple of cars off the pace in turn 2. They get it gassed up and keep going again. No caution, no caution, no caution. Leaders roar back into turn number 1 and 2. As here comes car number 07, Zach Gorski, closing in on Connor Leffler for the lead out of turn 4. Robbie Smith now clears the Machina Gorski. He's moved to the number 2 spot. He's now clearing up to the Machina Leffler. Robbie Smith is trying to pull out the proverbial broomstick and sweep the weekend. He's on the inside of Leffler for the lead. Lap car on the outside. Slide job into 1 and 2. Smith up the racetrack. Leffler follows suit as well. Lap car sliding in the middle. He picked him on the bottom. 3 wide. Lap car in the middle. Bottom of the speedway. Robbie Smith and Connor Leffler showing more slide jobs than you can get in a Crystal or White Castle of the North. To the back straightaway. Here comes the machines. McDermott's behind the wall. McDermott in the infield. 40. That's the 40. 40 behind the wall. Back straightaway. The leaders go again in front of your leaders in lap traffic. His steel car number 07 out in front. I'm sorry, the 77. And Robbie Smith trying to run down Connor Leffler. Lap traffic is in the way. Moving by the Machina backer. Caution. Caution, trouble on the speedway. We got a caution, debris. Somebody has hit a Euchre tire. It is flying through the air in turn number 2. And it will come to a stop. The caution is out for a Euchre tire that got hit in the bottom of turn number 2. The yellow flag is out.
45 to go down, or is he safe? No, he's safe.
He just was about, yeah.
Okay, we lost.
So caution flag on the speedway. Trouble again in turn number 2. One of the drivers hit a Euchre tire on the bottom of the racetrack in turn 2. That was the cause of the caution flag. They'll put it back in placement. We'll get ready to go back for the restart.
22-77.
Set up your top 5 for the restart. Is out in front is still going to be Connor Leffler. Race fans, how about those drivers? Give them a round of applause. Racing for the lead. Racing through lap traffic. slicing and dicing like a chopping block here in the Everglades. Look out, Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen has come to Clewiston, and those drivers are getting it done. Picking off cars one by one.
We're good to go.
Moving through lap traffic. Awesome racing by the midgets here tonight.
Yep, this is lap 10.
And as it stands out in front is still car number 22. From Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Connor Leffler. Leffler leads the way in the number 22 entry. Coming to us at Myrtle Beach, the Natural is what I call him in the air mechanical Moss Racing Engine Chevy Ecotech Spike chassis entry. They're going to come to the line. The lights are extinguished around the speedway. We go to green next time by. Turn 4, back to the line, and the restart. Back underway. Slider up the racetrack. Here comes the pack again. Problems. Turn number 1. One car up the racetrack. Off the pace. Creeping, crawling at a snail's pace. Going behind the wall. Will he turn? Yes, he will. We're halfway home. 10 down and 10 to go. Halfway, ladies, halfway. 10 down and 10 to go. And out in front is Connor Leffler. He is beginning his ascent to pull away from the pack. Will he make it work? Coming across the line. Another lap on the board. Watching them race again off turn number 4. Holding on to the top spot, 13 laps in now. Still leading the way. Car number 22. The Natural. Connor Leffler leading off the corner. Moving away from the field. He slipped a little bit off turn 4. Trouble contact! Robbie Smith and Zach Gorski get together. Front straightaway. They were battling for second and the caution's out. Oh my! Caution was on the 77 and the 07. Zach Gorski and Robbie Smith battling for the number 2 spot. Battling for the bridesmaid position. Contact was made. Gorski went spinning and he's coming back to say something to Robbie. Sliding in front of his friend. Friends off the racetrack, rivals in the cars.
26X.
Zach Gorski and Robbie Smith have got a great Florida feud in mini sprints and midget racing. They are the best of friends, but something about putting on the driving suit, strapping on the helmet, tightening it up, and then they begin to have just a meeting of the minds, and they race competitively. Contact made between those two cars. Gorski not backing down, Robbie Smith as well.
For the 45 and 30 because they are lap cars. Who were you losing there?
The 77 and the 07.
45 is a good car.
They're saying the 23 car has pulled off. They're going back for the restart. And again, ready for the restart now. Zach Gorski having to go to the tail. As Robbie Smith now has Paige Moss behind Robbie. Coming through the field. Coming to the line. The laps are winding down this time by. They'll come out of turn number 4 back to the stripe. Leading the way, Connor Leffler. Connor Leffler from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina in the top spot. Robbie Smith under contact with Zach Gorski sitting in the second spot. His girlfriend, Paige Moss, sits in third. They're going to come to the line. It'll be 2 to go this time by. 2 laps remaining for the driver in car number 22. To the line. 2 remaining. The Natural under attack by lap traffic. Up the racetrack goes a lap car. Robbie Smith in a